Sorry, I farted.
Oh, I think I did too. How's it going, everyone? How you guys doing? How you guys doing tonight, today, wherever you're from this beautiful world? Welcome to a Beer and Cheese Tuesday. We're going to pair regular beer and cheese. It is not an open table, not just all alcohol. This is beer and cheese. We got Bumpy with me. We got Bumpy isms. Cheers to you. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. You are a saint. All right. So like 20,000 times. All right. So we're gonna go ahead. It's just him and I. If maybe Tanner might show up, who knows? But cheers to the chat when y'all show up if you do. And we're gonna go ahead and start off with the show and tell first, and then get into the pairing afterwards. Here we go. If Bumpy's ready, I'm gonna start him up.
I'm ready.
Okay.
All right. The cheese I'm bringing comes from Cabot Creamery out of Vermont. This one's their vintage choice cheddar cheese. It's aged for 24 months. It's a big old block of cheese. Comes in a black wrapper. Classic Vermont. So I sliced off 4 good heaping slices off that thing. I'm going to cut these things up again just to make them smaller. So boop, there we go. The beer that I decided, there we go, to pair with this cheese is from Bellflower Brewing. They're out of Portland, Maine. And this one's called, I got all these numbers in my head. It's a rotating series. It's a 7% ale. That's all it says. It doesn't say it's an IPA or anything. It just says 7% ale. And it's a rotating series, and they don't tell you anything else.
Wow.
It doesn't disclose any hops or anything. So,
interesting.
Yeah, interesting. I also don't see a can on date. But this wasn't at the Packy last week. It was there this week, so it can't be too old if they're just getting it in.
Yeah,
let's go ahead and crack it.
I like that's the Sam Adams glass, huh?
Yeah. It looks like a New England. It's got a nice frothy white head. It is a nice yellowish, kind of has a little bit of a milky look to it. Pretty much a potato beer. Opaque, can't see through it.
Yeah, dude, that looks good. Jeez. All right, man. Well, thanks, Bumpy. We'll get back to you. All right. Cheers to Burley, Sullivan, Burley, and Angie, just being Angie. Cheers, guy and gal. All right, I'll start off with the cheese first. This is an easy one for me. Something that, as Paul calls him, S2 from Steven from Northwest Small Batch Brewing. There's it's where a place of his where he works, and he gave me some cheese. So I'm gonna try this sharp white cheddar, already shredded in a bag. Got a little bowl to put it in. In fact, I'll throw some in here now so you guys can see it. It is your true cheddar, the white cheddar without all the dyes and stuff like that. So had a little bit already. It's really delicious. So there you go. Before it all spills on the ground. All right. Oh, I gotta get my beer. So we had the privilege of going to Brewhouse last week and picked this one up. Actually, Steven picked it up, and then he slipped me out one, and I slipped one out of my 4-pack for him. So I got just one of these, but it's a Czech Pilsner from Brewhouse. It's a 5.1. And it's called Hostia. Hostia. Their place is very, you saw it, Bumpy. It's very, like the picture I showed, it's like extremely cool in there, dude. It feels like you're in like, I don't know, like some vampire lair or something like that. It's crazy. All demonic and shit. This was, they had just canned these, so this might be really fresh as well. I was going to review this on a regular video, but screw it. I didn't have time to get beer. It looks lovely. You get a right there. Yeah, really pretty looking beer. Czech Pils, nice bone white head. Smells wonderful. All right, cool. Let's get back to Bumpy and do the full thing right now. Cheers.
All right. Cheers. Well, I've already been nibbling on the cheese, so I might as well continue to do that. So, yeah, it's got a good depth of funky type cheddar smell to it. It's a little, it's got like a little bit of like a hay or grass, little champagne-y almost. This isn't a New York cheddar, but it still is bringing that kind of slight champagne-y vibe, but it's a little more on the grassy funky side. Little barnyard like. All right. Jesus.
Oh, where is it?
So it crumbles a bit before the saliva or the heat of the mouth starts to melt it as you chew it. It just kind of crumbles. And it's very drying. It's a sharp, extra sharp cheddar. Good sharp cheddar funky. It's got a little bit of a butteriness. Still has a little bit of that kind of grassy aspect with a touch of like a champagne type note, like maybe a little grapey, like white grape. Just want to do a flex test with the cheese. Cut most of them into a little bit thicker slices, but it just kind of cracks right in half.
Nice.
It didn't like crumble too much as I was cutting it. There are some crumbles. Some of it was just sticking to the knife. But yeah. Mm-hmm. Good cheddar bite. That's the type of cheddar my dad would have really liked, did really like.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now it's all just sticking to my palate. So by the time I drink the beer, I'm going to have to drink it a few times to get a real beer note. The head already died down on the beer. It is leaving some lacing on the glass. The aromas. It's like grapes.
Wow.
It's like a dull, like mixed fruit drink, but with like kind of a grape smell. Maybe a little bit of like a mango or something behind it.
Like Nelson-y or like a sweet grape, like a
Yeah, almost like a red grape.
oh wow.
What's that? They don't even mention the hops or I'll have to look it up. I guess match up the can color because I think they're all called the same thing if it's a rotating series.
Right.
Yeah, it's got a nice smell to it though. It's mostly grape, but cheers.
Nice. Cheers.
Yeah, it's got a pretty smooth mouthfeel to it. Nice soft palate. I'd say like a lighter side, medium body. It is a little bit floaty. Very minute carbonation bubbles. So it's kind of on the mild side of a moderate carbonation. It's a little fizzy, but not bad. All right, now I'm gonna try to get to the flavors. Cheers again.
All right. Cheers.
So this beer may match up with this cheese perfectly. It's there's really not a lot of malt action going on. I'd say it's definitely on the kind of the wheat, crackery. It does have some grass notes to it, and it's got that grape kind of flavor, which I mentioned, like almost like a champagne, like a white grape champagniness in the cheese. So now the beer also gives off that kind of grape note and the grassy note that I also mentioned in the cheese. So this should work pretty damn well, is what I'm thinking. Yeah, underneath that, I mean, it's got like a light note. It's like I'm not like I got maybe a little bit of like a mango or something in the nose. I don't pick that up on the palate. It's got like a lighter note. It's almost like a lychee, but it could just be like a light floralness as well. But it's mostly concentrated on that kind of grape flavor. Um, Maybe they use that stuff that you use there, that phenolic, the grape, whatever the heck it is.
Phantasm powder.
Yeah.
It's possible. That's all. Yeah, it's grape skin stuff, but probably thiolized something
yeast.
or other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the finish on it just kind of stays, I'd say, on the grassy side. It just kind of has this like grassy hay-like bitterness. It's a lingering bitterness, but it's not like super bitter. I'd say it's moderately bitter. Yeah. All right. Well, let's combine them. Let's eat cheese and drink beer.
All right.
Beer cheeses or cheeseburger.
Jesus. Cheers.
Oh yeah. Wow, that super brightens up the cheese. It really enhances that kind of like grape champagne note. It makes it like super bright. It almost adds like a slight citrus tone to it. And I'm not sure. I think it's coming from the cheese because I don't know. It just seems to come out of the cheese, but it could be the beer as well, changing a little bit. But yeah, it blended well that way. It definitely like gave that cheese just a real big oomph of good flavor, and enhanced the good flavor. Which the cheese, all of it was good flavor, but it did take out, I'd say, a little bit of the grassiness from the cheese, but it really enhanced that kind of champagniness, grapiness, and like I said, add like a slight citrus tone. So now we do beer, then cheese. Yes, we do.
All right, beer's a chance.
It does like the opposite effect. Eating the cheese after drinking the beer, it enhances kind of the grassy hay-like tones more. It goes kind of earthy, like a little bit like a darker side, earthier side is brought out. Kind of erases the champagniness from the cheese completely. It's interesting.
Wow. Okay.
Both ways are good. They just taste. It's a totally different taste. It's just enhancing one part of the cheese or the other.
That's great.
Or maybe it's the beer. Maybe it was the beer that really got zazzed up with the cheese.
Yeah.
Maybe the cheese just masked it by eating it after. I don't know. I'm not a scientist.
Yeah. Did you mention that the cheese was dry? I didn't know if I heard that or like
Yeah,
dry.
Yeah, it's a dry cheese. I'd say it's an extra sharp cheddar.
You're sharp, yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right. Well, okay, you good to go? All right, cheers. Want to make sure?
Oh boy.
All right. Yeah. Cheers. All right, let's go on to the next person. That would be myself. Yeah, cheers.
Beer man. It's Beer Man.
It's Beer Man. I'm Beer Man. Stephen. Cheers to Bill. Butter from another mother. And Paul, Mr. Middlefruit. Cheers, man. Cheers, Angie. Cheers, Burley. Yeah, just want to catch up. All right, so it's just the two of us. So 18 minutes in, we got some time. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and
it's just the two of us, you and I.
It's just two of us. Yeah. All right. So Tillamook cheese is their main. Well, I think I don't know if they have other facilities. Stephen would be able to answer that better than me, but they're one of their main ones. If it's the main one, probably is over in Tillamook, Oregon. Let me make sure. Yeah, Tillamook, Oregon. And the place smells like cow shit when you go there, but because there's a lot of cow fields and it's right on the coast. I haven't done the cheese tour yet. I want to go and do it, but this is the cheese in pre-shredded form. The nose. I should have probably done the beer first. Let's do the beer first. I'll get back to that. All right, so we're gonna get to the Czech pills here. This is a 5.1 from Brewhouse out of Portland, Oregon. I believe it was fairly fresh when we got it. So, like I was saying, the head's down to just a small little rim, also leaving kind of a little lace on the side. Very clear beer. Got a lot of effervescence in there. Not very clear. It's got a little bit of a chill haze, but a nice deep gold or a light honey color to it, coloration. Bone white head, somewhat soft looking head. On the nose, it's that classic Czech pills, just a classic. There's a slight hint of honey, malt, and then a nice little cracker malt with a little bit of red apple. Very fruity, a lot of nice fruity esters coming through. Somewhat spicy, hop spicy. A little bit of like an herbal spice with a lot of, not a lot, like a bit of, I'd say just a bit of like that grassy thing too. Nice. That's all I got. Now I'm going to try it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Whoa, man, that's so good. Whoa. It's got that classic Czech taste to it. Very, that, like I said, the little spicy kick. Almost like that, just that Germanic-y kind of like feel to it. Wow. Nice dry finish. Light, crushable body. Mouthfeel is a bit on the zesty level, like a more of a, like kind of a, not soft whatsoever, more of a, like a pointy carbonation. Very prickly. Almost champagne in a way. It's definitely got a grassiness to it. And then it goes into this like bitter, hot bitterness with a nice dry finish. Don't get any alcohol. It's very, it's not water. It's got a lot of flavor for the lightness that it is. A lot of actual, it's a light body, but it feels like it's a little heavier. I wouldn't say medium light. I guess I will. I'll say medium light just because that's how it kind of feels. And for a 5.1, I mean, goddamn. I'm actually getting a purple grape. I get like that sweet purple grapes or something like you would get in a bag. What is it with the grapes tonight? Yeah, I'm actually getting like a little of like the sweet grapey with an apple, like a sweet grape with a red apple, sweet apple. And then that grassy herbal kind of Germanic or Czech kind of a feel. Taste overall, it's awesome. Wow, man, that's really good. That's really good. If they're killing it with different styles, that says a lot about that company. So that's a good thing. Because their hazies are really. I haven't had a Westie yet from them. I have one in the cooler, but so on the cheese, you just get that really nice kind of a salty, almost like salty, nutty, buttery. Yeah. Very big. There's a lot of salt. These are just actually quite salty smelling. A cow milky kind of jive. Kind of a like a sour, salty, just your straight up cheddar that you get. I mean, it's like cheddar. It smells like a cheddar. Kind of a little bit of a tangy, kind of weird. Not weird. That's the wrong word to use.
Weird cheddar boy.
Weird cheddar boy. All right, I'm done with the smelling. Let's just eat it. All right. Very dry cheese. I'm really wanting something to drink now. This also sticks. Well, we have similar cheeses. We have the same white cheddar cheese. Kind of playing the same role. Kind of feels like it sticks to your mouth. It's kind of dry though. It doesn't really stick. It just got a real dry. Like when you chew it, it just makes your mouth kind of shrug up a little bit. You like need something to kind of take it down. Salty, little nuttiness. Very milky, cow milky. Just everything you would get in a cheddar. It's really good though. I just want to keep eating it. It's really easy to eat this cheese with this in the shredded form.
Shredded cheese.
Shredded cheese. Oh, not that guy. All right, so I took that bite, and we're gonna do a cheese before beer, beers, and cheese, cheesers.
Yeah. Jesus.
Oh my god.
And bears.
Mm. That brings out that grapey thing more, and it's really nice. This beer is nice with the just the lightness of it. It's like that thirst quenching kind of feel. So when you're taking it, it takes all that dryness out of your mouth from the cheese, takes it down into your gut, gets all that cheese out of your mouth, and the beer really brings out a grapey or like an appley kind of thing. The saltiness of the cheese really brings out the sweetness in the beer. Although there is a slight bitterness, like I was saying, in that kind of that spicy thing from the hops, noble hops. But that's really good. That really enhanced the flavor of the beer. So there you go. Let's do beer before cheese.
Cheese and beers and cheese.
Yeah. The spice came out right before I started tasting the cheese. So as I laid the cheese in my mouth, you get that noble hop kind of thing going over it. And then the cheese, the tartness and the nuttiness of the cheese, the salt starts to prevail, starts to take over. Starts to dry your mouth up again. And you just want to have another sip. This also is kind of a good thing both ways, but I do definitely like it cheese before beer because it really brought the sweetness of the beer out. I really like that. Not in a cloying way, but it brought like the flavors out. It brought that apple and that grape out, or whatever I was getting. I don't even know if it was grape. It just kind of you brought that grape into my mind, and now that I'm like tasting this, I'm getting grape, and it's like what the fuck. But that's just weird. Really good though. Both ways is very good, but I'll definitely tell you what my last thoughts are and all that good stuff. But let's go ahead. Let's get back to Bumpy and get his last thoughts right now. Cheers.
Cheers. Well, I just can't stop eating this cheese.
I know, dude.
I did look up the I'm cutting it in thinner slices, but I'm eating it by
Cool.
Block of cheese. I might eat it all because some of this is the wife will just. We got one of those cheese things, so we're buying fresh, like getting cheese that's not already packaged and shredded, and been shredding it up. So I did look up this beer, and it was a little bit difficult to find. Not too bad though. I just ended up going to the brewery's website because on Untapped it was, like I said, it's a rotating series. All the cans they were showing all look identical.
Oh well, all right.
And then like there was one, some experimental hop, and it was not what I'm tasting at all. I was like, wow, either I'm really bad or this is the wrong one. Then there was another one that had nectarine, whatever.
Oh yeah, nectarine, yeah.
Which, yeah, definitely not what I was tasting at all. Then there was another one they did with peacherine. Definitely not what I was tasting at all.
Damn.
So I finally just went on the brewery's website, and what they have on tap right now are the two beers that I saw at the Packy. And this one is with Cahoya Nelson.
Okay. This one is
the one that I'm drinking now. That's the one that's on tap, so that this must be like the freshest version of it.
Okay.
Because there's no like real reviews on it.
Nelson, huh? So that's probably where the grape thing's coming from.
22 ratings. Yeah, it just says rotating IPA made with Cahoya Nelson hop keef from Freestyle Farms. It's supposed to be a farm in Maine. So yeah. So now I feel better that I'm tasting, smelling, and tasting grapes, and it's with a hop that definitely gives off a grapey type flavor.
Cool.
I wonder sometimes, it's like when you look up beers and stuff, and like the beer itself online, they like sometimes say that it has like another hop that's not listed on the can even, or it has a totally different hop arrangement. It's like sometimes I just wonder. Because I've definitely had beers where I'm like saying, oh, I think I'm getting this note out of this note out of it. And then you read the beer description and it's like, wow, that's not at all close to what I was getting. Pine? Yeah. There's no pine in there. Oh. But yeah, this cheese is delicious. I said this is an excellent cheese. They have a few others of these ones that come in the black. They have one in a red wrapper. And they have one, I think another one in a black wrapper. But they I think they have one that's, I think the red one's like 36 months aged. And then they have one that's 5 years aged.
Oh, wow. That sounds interesting.
And
5 years.
They might have one that's 10 years aged too. It's either the 5-year aged one or the 10-year aged one. But there is a 10-year aged one. And whichever one it was I did have, that was like too much. It was like, yeah, they should have stopped this one earlier. I think they ruined it. I'd find them that, yeah, within like the anywhere between 1 and 3 years is usually pretty good for aging the cheddar. Get it in that sweet spot. So yeah, definitely an excellent one. I recommend this one. It is 24 months age, so 2 years.
Yeah, that's a long time too, though. Awesome.
Cabot Vintage Choice cheddar cheese.
Wish I could get them.
I can't remember what I paid for. I think this was like somewhere around $7 or $8. But it's
not bad.
Quite a large. Yeah, it's 1 pound of cheese. So sometimes for like a pound of cheese, you're looking at paying like $12 or so. So yeah, not bad at all. The beer, it's really good. I mean, I like it's a whole series. So I think all the it's got to be the same base. And what they pretty much say about it is it's full of flaked oat and wheat. So that's why I said I get like maybe like a wheat and cracker out of it. Not really much else out of the malt. But yeah, nice, like I said, soft palate to it. They're only using a single hop. So it's one of those things where it's like, I wish there was more depth of flavor. But at least it is giving off the note that I think that they were intending it to with the grapes. So I think they did a really good job. I don't really find much wrong with this beer. Maybe the finish on it, where it kind of goes to that weird kind of grassy, earthy tone bitterness. I don't know. That's probably my only real gripe with the beer at all. I think I would land this one in. It's a tough. I'm like right there at the top end of very good to like bottom end of excellent with it. I think I'll go top end very good.
Oh, great.
I think if it had a better finish, I think I definitely would have thrown it into the excellent range for what it is, for being a single hop brew.
What was the percentage of that beer?
7%.
I didn't hear that. Oh, 7. That's perfect.
Yeah,
I like that.
That's a good that's a good IPA percentage.
Yeah, I like that.
You know, we drink a lot of doubles all the time, so
Uh-huh.
if you can get yourself a good 7%, 6%, you know, IPA, and it still holds like with the flavor notes like you can get out of a double.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely. Cool. All right, Bumpy. Thanks, dude. Cheers. Yeah. 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 Yeah, that I think that Nelson has. I was reading on Nelson, and like based on the terroir, I couldn't spell that fucking word for the life of me. But like the location, it definitely puts off different flavors. Like you can
Yeah.
get it from like New Zealand or America or wherever the hell you're getting it.
Well, that's with that's with any hop, or
Yeah.
same thing with grapes. Like you got a Riesling, you know, out of Germany, and it tastes one way. If you get one that's like made with the Riesling grapes in America, which I don't think I've ever heard of, but it would taste differently because of where the grapes are grown. They pick up the earth.
Yeah,
that all goes into the flavors. So
definitely, hey, it's like growing weed.
Probably the same with like it's probably the same with like tomatoes and shit too. You know?
Tomatoes, anything really. Yeah, totally, man.
Because you know why else would they have like specialty tomatoes?
Yeah,
from Italy. You know, these are Italy grown tomatoes. These are Bob's tomatoes. He grew them behind his garage.
Right.
They're a little oily.
Yeah, he dumped a little oil in the soil. Oh, gross. No, but yeah. So we'll go on the beer first. Yeah. So I was looking at, you made me look up stuff too. Made me think about that because I didn't know what hops. And this is straight up Sots hops and Sots Cryo. So they're using some of the Sots Cryo is probably giving some various flavors as well, like I was getting. A little more of a condensed, a stronger version of the actual Sots. The Czech Sots, actually. Czech Sots. But all Satso on this, so it's quite nice. I really like the spiciness, spicy factor of it, or as in not spicy like pepper, but more just like I guess like pepper in a way. The carbonation of the beer also kind of helped popped out that spicy kind of feel. But then you were getting some fruitier like that apple and red apple and like a purple grape kind of sweetness. And that sweetness probably came from the malts as well, I imagine. Pilsner malts, whatever else they use in here. That's the first thing that comes to my mind. But, you know, and yeah, I mean, that, you know, a nice little, like a cracker kind of thing, crackery kind of bready thing coming off of it. Just very nice, easy to drink, dry. You know, just very nice, very beautiful beer. They made it well, and I'm totally stoked. I want to try and get that again. Hey, man, Lep and Sammy, cheers, guys. We are having some beer and cheese.
Leprechaun's looking for some Australian gold.
Yeah.
He's
Cheers.
planning on joining the break dancing next time the Olympics roll around.
Yeah. Just got home. All right. I got some Brewhouse in the fridge if you want to review it. We can always do that.
You got a cheese, Sammy? Do you got a cheese?
Yeah, you can always do that if you wanted. We got some time. It's only 39 minutes.
Yeah, so. I got about at least 50 minutes.
Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah, so the cheese. I gotta say the cheese. The cheese was really good. I really dig this Tillamook sharp. It's a sharp white cheddar. I didn't say that. So it's not extra sharp or anything, but it's definitely got that sharp bite to it. Sharp bite. No, but very drying cheese, salty, nutty, milky, just your common classic flavors you would get in a sharp white cheddar or cheddar in general. Itch my head. And I liked it. I've been eating this like a motherfucker, man. Like I just pounding that down. When I get drunk after I get back in the house, I'll just take that out of the fridge and start eating it, and it's almost gone. But yeah, it's really good. I'd give it like a 97 out of 100. They did a really fucking good job on it. So I'll be looking out for that again. I might look for the block as well if they have like blocks or whatever, like a small block of it.
Yeah, it's too bad you can't get the cabin out there.
Too bad it what?
So it's too bad you don't get the cabin out there.
I want to say we do at Safeway. I need to go to Safeway.
Because, I mean, we get Tillamook, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that goes everywhere. Yeah. Sammy gets everything. I'm just kidding. No, but yeah, so very good. 97. The beer, the beer was awesome. I didn't even score that. I'd probably give it like a right in the very upper very good, like if you want to say that. Maybe like a 93, 94, somewhere even like in the I would even go as far as just saying very good, excellent. Like is that like 94, 95 maybe even? Yeah, somewhere in that range. It's really good. I really like how they did this beer. Sammy, I'm drinking a Brewhouse Czech Pilsner, and it's fucking fabulous. So it's really good. I'm glad that those guys are well rounded like they are too. There's a hair or something. It's driving me nuts.
Yeah, I can see it.
It's like all shiny and white. Yeah, they're killing it, man. With all styles, they're stout, dude. They have a stout at the facility that is just. It was a 12% dessert stout. It tasted like Hershey syrup. My wife and Steven were drinking on, separately on a glass.
They're sharing a drink while you're
over
they're
sharing it, saliva and all. No, but no, it was really, it was strong, but it was good. It was sweet, and it was Hershey syrup. It was like you were drinking Hershey syrup. But I mean, Alex would have loved it. But
because he does love his sweetness.
Hell yeah, he does. But I'd say the pairing was just great. I think the cheese before beer was best, but it did go good both ways. I like the cheese before beer because the beer took off some of that dryness and it popped out like this crazy grape flavor. I don't know, just like crazy grape apple kind of flavor coming out of the Jack Pills. Really nice. Really, really nice. That was a great pairing right there. I'd say that's a 90. I'm going to go with 97 across the board. Yeah, not across the board. The beer was like a 95. So, but yeah, but very good pairing day today. So, right on. Cheers. All right. Cheers. I'm going to get back here. I'm going to go ahead and stop this banner. And Sammy, if you want to join afterwards, feel free. If you want to come up, or like on the off air, maybe we'll find out what we can do afterwards. Go somewhere else or do something. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna leave it right here and let Bumpy go ahead and do some shout outs and do that. Cheers.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a great beer and cheese night for sure. Always good when you have at least one of the items you bring, either the beer or the cheese, being in the excellent range, and to have them both up there anyways. It's good, and they paired very well together. Like I said, kind of similar notes, which was odd because I didn't plan that. I didn't even know what hop was used in this beer. So, yeah, really good night there. Who to shout out? Well, shout out Squatchy, Brew Dude, beer. Was it Beer Ventures, Beer Tours? He goes around different places. He just dropped. He hadn't dropped a video for a while. I thought maybe his doctor was like my doctor and told him he couldn't eat any more pizza. Couldn't eat any more pizza or something. But he finally dropped another video just the other day, and it was in his hometown. Out in Arizona, so some nice couple nice little breweries that he went to, and really cool atmosphere. Like in the video, there's these like colored lights that are like blue and red, and they're these big circles, and it looks like they're just floating above the street like a UFO. It's very interesting. We don't have stuff like that around here, so yeah. So check him out if you haven't, or if you are subscribed to him or whatnot, and don't know that he posted a new video. He has, so go check it out. I'll also shout out this channel because it was just something I watched a lot years ago on TV before the YouTubes even. It's Motor Week. You can find it on YouTube now. Just go on Motor Week and click on their little MW icon and watch all their videos. I'm watching all the retro stuff from when they first started up back in the 80s. They're out of the TV series is out of Maryland, so it was kind of, at least it's on the East Coast, kind of close to me, I guess. But just so fun watching all these. Like, I watched one tonight, and it was a car that my dad had. Like, he purchased it. It didn't run, but his plans were that he was going to fix it up and drive it. And it was a Thunderbird, and it was a 95 Thunderbird, and I would sit in that car because this is before I could drive. And I loved it. It had leather seats. It was all black. It was completely blacked out, leather interior, black interior, and black car, moonroof. It had like a little car phone in it even, and it was a stick shift, and it was a V8. And so I was so hoping my dad, because it was like just back then, it was probably a couple of years before I was going to be able to start, learning to drive and stuff. And I wanted him to fix it so bad. He's like, you can't drive stick shift. Well, I couldn't drive anything, but I could have learned, and I did learn. My first car, no, not my first car. My third car was a stick shift. But yeah, I watched that. And it was just like, wow. And I finally saw like the, all about it and stuff, because the car didn't, like I said, it didn't run. So, but found out that V8 back then didn't make a lot of horsepower. It was only like 210 horsepower.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I was like, wow, it's kind of lame. It probably would have thrown a better engine in it. But it was still a cool car, and it was cool to see a review on it when it was new.
Awesome.
So yeah, actually that'd be a nice car just to have.
Just to have,
find one that's not all rusted out, just to fix up and to have as like a showpiece. It's actually a beautiful car.
Awesome.
But anyway, enough of that. I'm just killing time now.
That's all good.
Yeah, on my channel, got my beer reviews. I put out 3 a week, so I have one coming out tomorrow. So Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. The one coming out tomorrow. What is it? I don't know. I just edited it today and put it up, and I already forgot what beer it was. Anyways, that'll be out tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern. And then I do my frozen pizza reviews as well. Those go out on Tuesdays at 11 a.m. Eastern. So today I just had one drop. It was the Totino's Party Pizza, which I only did that because John and Nelly kept saying, "Oh, you got to do a Totino's." And so I did. So that video is out. It's got, it's not my most watched video, but it did pick up a lot of views right away. And yeah, if you want to see what I thought about it, and watch. And that's pretty much it. That's what's going on. So cheers.
Yeah.
And thanks for being here to watch Beer and Cheese.
Yeah, thank you. Hell yeah. And thanks, Bumpy. All right. Yeah, so oh yeah, one in the fridge, Sammy. I think I do. I hope I do. It's quite nice. I think it's 7.5%. Something double dry hop. Yeah, it's really tasty. So a couple shout outs. Dickie's beer review's been really pumping out some stuff lately, trying to get back into the groove. He was kind of, not doing much, not a whole lot anyway, and then he started kind of getting into it again, and I'm glad. So last one he did actually look kind of good. It looked like a straight up American IPA, like an original American IPA from Salt Lake City, Utah, Templin Family Brewing. Yeah, no, just go check them out, and leave a comment, share them out, shout them out and all that stuff. And yeah, good dude. One of these days I'll meet up with him in Vegas. So that's where he's at. But yeah. And then another one is Stoneyard Vineyards. Also is killing it with stuff. I need to pay attention here more. It's just been so hard to, as well as Bumpy's. God, I gotta get on top of stuff. I've been really busy with work. So it's but he just got done doing a rock beer, nice smoked German lager, and it looks beautiful. Holy shit! Right on. I'm going to look at that. I don't know if he brewed it or not. Tasting. Oh, the German. Okay, so he made it. Yeah, brewing my rock beer. That's okay. So I'm gonna go look at that. So go check out Stoneyard Vineyards. Definitely, Sammy. Definitely, dude. I've been wanting to touch base with you too and see when we want to do that, because hell yeah. As far as my stuff goes, my beer in here, I was a little worried at first because it was giving me some weird flavors, like wild flavors, and it came down to the fact that it was just still fermenting. There's still yeast going through there, because yesterday I tried it and it's great. I mean, it's getting better. So stuff's starting to drop. It's starting to flocculate, but it's still eating. We were at a 4.7 yesterday. I'm trying to get to 5.2. So I'm going to check it again today and just kind of see where it's at. I like to test it every day. It's only a little bit on my tester, so I'm not using a lot of liquid. But yeah, this is the Schwartz beer that's might go into the National Brewing or Homebrewer competition. But if it's not this one and it comes out funky, I'm going to probably rebrew. Not rebrew this, but brew another one, but it'll be an ale. It'll be the Ordinary Bitter. Right now I actually selected it as the Ordinary Bitter instead of this because I was worried, but I have till the 28th to change that. I did buy the ingredients for that. It also was a spin that style to do one anyway. So I was like, well, let's just put the Ordinary Bitter through because that'll take less time to finish up, rather than a lager, which takes like a month to 2 months to clean up. So we'll see what happens. But I'm doing that, and then I've got a Kolsch Cup coming again. So I'm going to enter that with these guys on. No, I was going to say Brewlosophy. It's another podcast that I listen to. They do a Kolsch Cup every year out of Texas, and I totally screwed up the last one. So I just shouldn't have put ours in there because it was totally not it was our version of a Kolsch. But I'm going to put a traditional one in this time, and hopefully it'll come out real good. So I will go live with that. I do want to do a live on that. If I do the Ordinary Bitter, I'll do a live as well with that. And then I've still got a Vienna lager I got to make. I'll do a small batch of that one, and then a wheat wine coming up in the future. So I'm going to have to rebrew my hazy too. That thing was good. It's almost gone. Holy moly. Just doing a lot of brewing, guys. A lot of brewing, a lot of learning, a lot of understanding, and a lot of patience, and a lot of listening to people and being able to take in what they say. When I ask a question and someone gives me an answer, I need to be able to listen to it. And that's my main problem. So it's like, all right. But as far as beer reviews go, I just been doing a lot of beer reviews of my own beers, but I do want to start kind of reaching out and getting stuff from the area and reviewing local stuff. If I can find stuff from your area on the East Coast or wherever the hell, Midwest or the South or whatever, then great, I'll do it. But look out for anything that comes your way or my way. Whatever I put up, I'll do my best. But work's been getting in the way a lot lately, so I don't know, it's just been getting busy like fuck here. We're getting close to the college, where they all take their spring breaky kind of thing. We're gonna get into that realm here soon, and it's gonna get really busy. But I am looking forward to a trip to the upstate New York. I'm gonna go to Jordan's neck of the wood and hang out there. Maybe get some other guys to go up there and do an Airbnb or something like that. So that'll be kind of fun. Just kind of shouting out stuff that's in the future here. But I don't really have any more to say. But hell yeah. just trying to put up a bunch of shorts and a lot of different things and trying to get people to recognize my channel. And it seems sort of to be working. Once I hit 2,000, I'm going to definitely put on a big old live and have fun with you guys. So it'll be fun. Hopefully we'll have a big group in the panel, and we're getting close, guys. We're getting close. So, all right. So I'm done yapping. I just want to say thanks to the community. First of all, thank you so much for being here, guys. One gal in here. And cheers. Hell yeah. And thank you so much, Bumpy, for being here as well, as always. It's very good to have you here. I appreciate your company, and you're a good dude. So cheers. All right. Cheers. Well, you guys have a good night and day wherever you're from in this beautiful world, but not after one more sip. So let's have it. Cheers. Oh yeah, a little beer. Fuck yeah. All right, we're out of here. Cheers.
Cheers.